But I had to get this vine. Y'all look at that vine right there. That's the biggest vine right there in front of the cutter. That's the biggest vine I've ever seen. That's gonna, I'm gonna cut that off, and that's gonna kill a lot of this. Yeah, it looks terrible, don't it? That's bad, man. Let's see what we can do with it. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it off, man. That's gonna make a big difference in how everything over here grows. Bad. Look at that. Good morning. Wednesday morning. So me and the owner over there came to an agreement on brush cutting that little flat area I showed you guys yesterday. I mean, I'm doing it cheaper than what I should be, I think. But it's slow on work, and it's not even a mile from my house. So, and it's got potential for more work. I got the drone with me today. It's really cold. It's like 32 degrees right now, which is, well, it's cold for us. But I got an enclosed cab, y'all. I'll probably be done by lunchtime. And it's nice and flat. And now, one thing about this particular cut, as opposed to some of the other ones that y'all may have seen me on, is this cut's not real heavy duty, thick stuff. And I have found that the new brush cutter I got, it doesn't cut the grassy stuff as good as the old brush cutter that I got. You know, for whatever reason. I think I kind of know why. Because the blades on the new brush cutter, there's 4 of them, and they're only this long. It'll do it though. I mean, you just gotta go a little bit slower. It just doesn't cut grass that great, man. You know. So I gotta fill the machine up. So I got the machine full. It's so cold, man. I went on and started the machine, and I'm just gonna let it idle on the trailer while I'm going over here to the driving over here to this job. I'm so glad I got fixed that door, man. Oh my God. If I had to fix that door, dude, I wouldn't even be wanting to work today. I wouldn't be on this machine. It's nice having heat, man, on the machine, man. I mean, really is. And I was talking yesterday about, Bobby, my T190. Well, I wouldn't be able to do any of this that I'm doing today if I still had that machine. I wouldn't be able to run the new brush cutter, and I wouldn't want to work out here in this cold, man. 32 degrees, 33 degrees weather, man. Not on a machine where the wind's blowing and you ain't moving. It's okay if I'm doing, I don't know, tree trimming or cutting trees down or whatever. It's okay. That I like the really cold weather that way, because you get to moving around. You're all right. If you start moving around, you're good. And it'll warm up today, but it'll take a couple of hours. This job's gonna be pretty easy though, I think. And I hope that, well, I know my cutter will cut it. I can almost cut this over here with a lawnmower. I've cut a lot worse with a lawnmower. So yeah, when I'm on properties like this and everything, I go on and lock myself in, because a lot of people will be riding by here and they'll see a truck sitting like that, and they'll take tools off the truck or whatever. Y'all know I don't like taking no hit on the equipment at all, ever. So I'm not gonna lock it back, but it's gonna look like it's locked. So, yeah. Come on around this way, Doc. All right, man. So I'm probably going to start up here where I got the truck at. I can get some good footage there. Yeah. But see, I don't see a lot in here, y'all. I put a freaking lawnmower in that shit, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna turn this camera and put this camera in the cab of the machine with me, and I'm gonna see if the drone will, if I can fly the drone. I got this area cut right here. Like I was telling y'all in the truck, this brush cutter is not really good. I mean, it'll do it, but you got to spend a little more time on it than if you just had a regular brush cutter or a lawnmower. So I got two things that I can do. I want it to be neater than this, but I don't want to have to keep going over it with this machine, because you just wearing it high flow. I mean, it's just a whole lot of energy for this little shit, man. So two things that I can do. I only live about 3/4 of a mile from here. I can go to the house and grab a lawnmower, and then I can just go back and forth from this machine to the lawnmower and vice versa, because I got to cut all this, and all that is nothing for a lawnmower. And then I got to get, y'all know, I got to get over here too. So yeah, because it's going to take me longer than you know, the 15 minutes it'll take me to go get a lawnmower to get all this good. A lawnmower could come in here right now and knock it all and get it all mulched up pretty good, and all the scragglers. There's really nothing here that heavy that would, I mean, I have done jobs like this with a lawnmower, solely with a lawnmower. So or I can go run over to the bamboo site, and that's about 2.5 miles from here, and grab the other brush cutter. See, the other brush cutter would cut all this right here like it ain't nothing. Okay, y'all, so I went and grabbed the Exmark. I ran through this real quick, and it gets a lot of the scragglers without having to use the skid steer for every little bitty thing. This area in the middle here, I can get it with a lawnmower. Yeah, easy peasy. And this is not the one they got the recall on. This is my oldest mower. It's got like 2,500 hours on it. So I'm gonna set y'all up on time lapse, and I'm gonna get in here with the lawnmower. There's a little piece about 40 foot right here in the center right here. I'm gonna go and hit that with the lawnmower, and then we'll get back to the skid steer when we get over here on the outside. Okay, yeah. Between this and that, and I'm even reaching, grabbing some of these branches. We're gonna see how good this glass, the new glass, you know. I don't know how it scratches up, but right now it looks like it's scratched up. I don't know if that's just, you know, dust off of stuff that's rubbing against it or whatever. But I'm gonna take a little breather, and I'm gonna put the drone in the air, and I'm gonna go down there and get some of those privet and stuff out from around the trees that are, you know, the, yeah. This thing is quiet on the inside, man. A little air running, get a little AC going. Yeah. Don't want to knock this lightweight stuff out. I could have cut this right here with a mower, but I'm getting tired of all the dust. Y'all, you can see how a job can go from sugar to shit real quick. That case drain came out of the machine. I don't even know how the hell that shit happened, man. I'll show y'all when I get back, but I was about maybe 30 minutes away from being done, and I had to go down here to McDonough and buy a part. Where the case drain goes into the machine, I have to buy that fitting or whatever, man. Dude, I don't even know how. The only thing I can think of, it got hung on something and it snatched it off. That's what. Same thing that happened to the, you know, to the other things. You got to be careful, man. I ordered one of those holders, and I've been waiting a month on it, and it ain't got here yet. So, yeah, that's ugly. But anyway, I'm gonna pull up in here Chick-fil-A, grab me a chicken sandwich, and then I'm headed to McDonough. They got it in stock and everything, so yeah. Okay, y'all. So y'all know I had to leave that job early. I probably had about 20 more minutes to do over there. But the case drain on here got hung up on something and snatched it out. And I don't even know, I may have to replace the line too. It looks like the line's been stretched, but you see this is broke off. Look at that. Can't run the machine. It's the second time that this has happened. The first time it happened with these, right? But so I'm gonna pop the case drain off, and I got the new one. It took me an hour and a half to go to the parts, to the dealer, to get it. Okay, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Thursday morning, and yeah, I'm going back over here to this job. A lot of stuff happened yesterday, where, well, on this job over here, I'm not hardly making anything because I snatched the case drain, that line that goes through that new cutter. I'll show y'all when we get over here. It finally frayed when it's going through that hole right there on the metal. So yeah, I had to get another line built, right? So ugly, man. Ugly, ugly, ugly. So, you know, trying to do the job over here kind of cheap, trying to get in the game with dude, right? Sometimes trying to do it cheaper, man, it's all, it seems like every time I try to do something for the low, something breaks, and it ends up making it where I'm not making anything hardly, you know. By the time I get done with this job over here, and I'll show y'all everything that transpired yesterday, I'm only gonna make, well, the job was $800, and I was calculating about 3 or 4 hours, right, and being right here at the house and everything. Well, I ended up spending 5 hours over there, and the case drain came out of the new cutter, you know. And then apparently the line got hung on something. A couple things happened at the same time. So the case drain line got hung on something. It ripped it out of the machine, breaking the freaking thing on the machine, with the fitting on the machine. Okay, and also breaking the fitting on the end of the stupid line. So yeah, so yesterday afternoon when this happened, you know, about, well, it probably happened around in lunchtime, 1 o'clock or so, I had to leave. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even run the machine, because when that case drain came out of the thing, it snatched the whole, it broke the fucking thing on the hydraulics of the machine, you know, the case drain adapter thing there. So needless to say, you know, I didn't finish the job. I had to spend my whole afternoon running down to McDonough to get the part. The part was like $140, okay? Not to mention, I probably lost 2 gallons of hydraulic fluid, so I'm gonna have to put that back in. So then, I got all that done yesterday, got the machine back up and running, but you couldn't crank it up without fluid going everywhere. So I got the machine back up and running, and then I had to deal with the line, you know, the case drain line that was busted where it goes through, went through the metal right there, and it also pulled out of the machine. So I had to replace the fitting on the end of the line and the fitting on the machine. So when it's all said and done, and I got a brand new line and with the new fitting and all right here, that was $250 for the line and the fitting and the new line, right? And the fitting on the machine, I don't know, I got it right here somewhere. It was over $100, like 140 or something like that. Plus the whole afternoon of going to the dealer. Dude, I mean, dude. But, you know, no matter what you do out here, no matter what happens, you have to do what you say you're going to do. Like, I can't call this guy and say, hey, man, yeah, my machine broke down, so I can't do it for the same price anymore, right? See, once you commit to that price, you got to do it at that price. And you got to, well, you got to make sure that you are making money. You know, and I ain't making no money on this deal. I mean, I run the skid steer with a new brush cutter on it for 3 or 4 hours and make it over $1,000. What I was trying to do over here was, since it's so close and I don't have a lot of work, I was trying to, I don't know, do this a little bit cheaper than what I normally would charge, and hopefully I get more work, right? That was the whole purpose of it. But me doing it cheaper ain't yeah. If I don't get any more work out of it, I think I will, but I don't know for sure. You know, it is what it is, man. Can't I don't know, man. You just can't get too hung up. You gotta just keep going. Close your damn eyes and just keep swiping that damn debit card. Just keep swiping and hope it says okay. This is all pretty much done. I might go over it a little bit. I got to cut inside this fence here, and I got some more on the front corner over there. I'm not going to walk over there right now. What I'm fixing to do now is I'm fixing to put this case strain back on. This is the part I had to replace. It broke this thing right there. So that's the Kubota part I had to replace. So yeah. Yeah. So anyway, y'all see the line was coming out of there, right? And they had it going through here, but look how, I mean, this is hardcore edging right here. It just ripped the line. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on and hook it back up, and then I'm not gonna run it through that hole. So yeah, yeah, time lapse coming. I'd clear all this crap. You see, I'll see all this grub. I'd clear. I'm trying to work a deal with him where I can clear all this, all those vines, all around the trees, all this stuff up beside the building there, and even on that side. I'm gonna try to do him a solid, as long as he's paying good. But I wouldn't mind coming in here. It wouldn't take no time with that brush cutter. I'm talking about I could cut all of this right here within 25-30 minutes. I got the Kubota 75.3 with the XC8 piston power mulcher brush cutter by MTL. And what we're going to do today, or this morning, it shouldn't take all that long, is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to cut all this stuff, everything you see right here, all the way around the building. Of course, I'm not going to take the big tree, but that dead pine that's leaning like that, and all of this.
A lot of vines and stuff in here, if y'all see. I'm gonna set y'all up over here somewhere where y'all can kind of see. So y'all see what it looks like. This is about 35 or 40 minutes, maybe even an hour. I'm not exactly sure. But it still does not look good. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna put the grapple bucket on and I'm gonna come in here and drag some of this and try to pull. I'm gonna tell him that we need to cut, while we're here, we need to cut this branch right here. I'll cut that whole branch off, man. I would if I was him. But the grapple, I'm gonna get the grapple bucket on and drag some of this, get some of this stuff out of the way. Yeah, there's a lot, man. And the vines are hard to mulch up because they're not hard. They're ropey, right? So they don't chip like the wood does. They just, yeah. I'm so fortunate I haven't wrapped nothing around the freaking cutter yet. Because this stuff right here, this viney stuff right here like that, you see how it does? It just splinters on the end. So, yeah. But the grapple bucket, come here with the grapple bucket, grab some of this stuff and take a couple of loads down to his burn pile. That's what we need to do, because I'm never going to be able to get all this all cleaned up nice and pretty. Never. So yeah, and I may use the grapple to grab some of these things. I'm gonna go on and go in this side over here because and I'll put the cutter head back on. It just won't be right at this moment. And I got in the back behind there a little bit. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on and do a lot of the cutting, the mulching part, and then the grapple bucket's gonna help me get some of it cleaned up, and then I'll put the cutter back down on the ground again. But y'all remember what this looked like, and this cutter's great, man. This machine's great. I mean, it just runs so good. But see, to me it still looks terrible because of all the vines. We know those vines will go away and die and be easy to pull off, but we're gonna see if we can pull some of them down with the grapple. This tree was getting choked out though, and this is wintertime. Look how aggressive this stuff is in the winter. See, if I'm him, I'm cutting branches off. But I'm gonna go on and run up in this little cubby hole right here on this side. I'm gonna put y'all on time lapse, and the camera will probably go dead while I'm doing this. I just got to the house, y'all. I'm tired, man. I did a lot of work over there for the money, for sure. So, but you know, he was happy. I'm happy. And the best thing is, well, I met another contact that's going to be needing more work over there. That's a lot of land over there. It's one of the bigger lots, you know, 71 acres or whatever, that is even available in anywhere around here. I don't know anywhere. I can't think of any place where there's 70 acres of woods that ain't a, you know, wetlands or whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna get in here and eat me a peanut butter and jelly and sit on the couch, try to get over this cold I got. Deuces!